First with the injury situation, please, Coutinho and Lovren, how are they?
Not 100% sure though. They both are much better, but if it will be okay for tomorrow night, I don't know in this moment. So we have to see. We have to. I said our session at 5. We'll see who will be involved then. In this moment, I actually hope for both being involved in the session. That would give us then at least opportunity. If they will not train, it would not, especially in Dejan's case, not mean immediately that he cannot play because he would be 3 days or something. So if he could train tomorrow morning, that would be enough. But yes, no, don't know exactly. We have a few little things after the game. Alberto had a little kind of a cramp. Joe felt a little bit, so we were really careful in the last 2 days and tonight and especially tomorrow morning. Probably that will be the first moment when I really think about the lineup, when I know 100% who is available.
Are you tempted to maybe sort of not take a risk or rest a couple of games?
I never take risk actually with lineup. So if a player is playing, then we expect him at 100%. So that's a clear thing. So it's not if he tells me I have a problem here or there. Then it's only one talk with the medical department, and what does it mean? So if you feel kind of a bruise or whatever, a little knock somewhere, that's not a problem. But all what's when muscles are involved, and we never take a risk. So, but probably I know where your question is leading to. I don't think about rotation. I think about having a 100% spot-on team tomorrow night, and that's all. And I think I said a few times when I think about lineup, the last game has influence because that means we have to see how the people came through it. But the next game has never influenced. That's not possible. So yeah, we will line up tomorrow the strongest side.
Keith, one more.
Yeah, some concerning news this morning.
Yeah, sorry, Keith, I'll interrupt on that. We're not going to take a question from the top table on that. It's too serious. The managers come straight to the press conference and the players aren't reporting until later. So the manager would be commenting without having spoken to the player or really seen what you're talking to. So if it's okay, I'll deal with you after that. Anything else on the football before I hand over to Pete, or one more?
7-0 in the reverse section. You set the bar pretty high for this one.
Yeah. And I can imagine, so it's for me it's no problem, but I can imagine that how people, I'm 50 years old, so I know a lot of people, and what people think after results like this. In this world, the respect is a big problem, I would say, in general, and after 7-0 maybe a lot of people wouldn't respect Maribor anymore, but we know how strong they can be if we let them be. So that's how it is, and the 7-0, this game, the result is not even 1% of our analyze. That doesn't mean that we don't use the good things. That we do that. We have to, because we have to do it again. But yeah, maybe it's a challenge for a lot of people to be 100% spot on, and that's my job is to make sure that we are 100% spot on. Don't think about result. You never should think about before a game. You should think about result before the game, and we want to win this game. That's 100% clear. If we win it 1-0. I'm fine. So we want to have the 3 points. We want to have a clean sheet. We want to have a better position after the game than we have now, and that's all. And the other game, thank God, is already 2 weeks ago or something like this. We had a few games in between, so better ones and not so good ones. So yes, we will be 100% focused.
Okay. I'm going to go Peter next, and then Juliet and James. So we will go around the room. Peter, a couple for you.
Jurgen, this group's looking good for you. If you win the next 2 games in the group, you top the group, you're through to the last 16, am I right? So how big a bonus would that be for you in terms of the bigger picture and the big picture of the season as a whole?
Germany, if you're saying you should not split, I'm not sure, the bear before you shot him. Sorry. Maybe not the nicest comment, but it's yeah. So we how can I think about if we win the next 2 or whatever? So it will be really difficult to win both of them. I think we play tomorrow in Maribor, and then it's away at Seville. I don't think they lost a lot of home games in the younger history. So no, I don't think about this. But of course, our aim is to go through this group stage. That's 100%. And we had so far really good performances in this group. That's how it is. We played really well against Sevilla. We played really good in Moscow, and I think. Anfield always should be a fortress, so that means we have to win our home games, and that's tomorrow not different than in all the other games, and take whatever we can get. If we perform well, try to win at Sevilla, of course, but get a result there. That's all clear when we have these games. So in this moment, it's all about Maribor, and really the group with the last result maybe between Moscow and Sevilla was. Everybody thought, oops, what happened there? If you saw the game, it was even more strange. Sevilla was really good. They had a lot of chances, a lot of good situations, but at the end it was a clear result because Promise played this night, who didn't play against us, a quite decisive player. So this group is still open, but I don't care about the group. I care about us, and we all want to go to the next round. That's for sure, but that was clear at the beginning.
Gentleman at the back of the room before we go to James from Merseyside, yeah.
You said before about trying to keep the team at 100% and they're going to be 100% tomorrow. Seeing that it's a specific situation, as you won the previous match 7-0, any difference in preparation or special techniques to get the players 100%?
No, I think as a football team, as a professional football team, we at one point we really should trust each other, that we are really always ready. So my team didn't give me a lot of reasons to be concerned about that. So we know how important it is for us. We know how hard we fought for this Champions League, and how we would let's slip it through our fingers, if you want, only because of we are not at 100%. Concentration, attitude, readiness, stuff like this. That would be really crazy. It's difficult enough to win a football game. It's like this. Even when you are at 100%, it's still difficult. And the last game started really well for us. We had the early goal, could score the next one not too long after that, and the third one, and that didn't feel like 100% decisive already. Like we closed the game, not because of our performance, only because Maribor always still played a little bit football. We lost one challenge. They were in front of our goal and stuff like this. I had too many football games in my life to be to feel relaxed or whatever before a game like this. It's Champions League. They deserve to be in Champions League. We deserve to be in Champions League, and we decide with our performance if we deserve to stay in Champions League, and that's all what we are thinking about.
Okay, I'm going to go to James from BBC Merseyside.
You spoke last season about the fact that your team were perhaps still learning about the experience of winning and competing for trophies. Do you feel that this year in the Champions League, that is a development that your team is going through?
Do we talk now? If I say now yes, is then the headline tomorrow? We will win the Champions League, or what? Only to make it sure that that there's no misunderstanding.
Are you still learning how to be a team within the context of the Champions League?
One and a half weeks ago, we lost against Tottenham. We were really disappointed. We put in a bad performance. It was not good. It was not good enough. We made it life much too easy for Tottenham, stuff like this. How can I now? So now, okay, it's another competition, but I never ignore performances, not the good ones, not the bad ones. So I work with it. That's how it is. And whatever I could say now would not change our ambitions, would not make it more likely that we win something, or would make it impossible to win something. We have to prove on the pitch. That's what we have to do, and that all the time, again and again and again. That's what we have to do. And then at one point maybe we can talk about that. Now it's obvious we learned from our experiences or something. But 1.5 weeks after a bad game, I cannot say finally yes. Of course we learned from it. So far in the life is a steady progress. We always have to learn, to improve, and that's what we do, of course. But I don't think that a lot of people reach the final point when then everything works really well. So, but have no problem with this. again, this is another competition. It's a Champions League. So far, all the games were really, really good. From the result side, okay. From the performance side, really good. And that's what we first of all have to do again. And that's what I'm thinking about. Not about opportunity to win something. If you are part of a tournament, of course, you want to win it. Is it likely? Not sure. There are a few good teams out there. So.
Okay, guys, I'm going to take the final question for Jurgen. I'll come to you in a second, Pete. Just a reminder that James Milner is the player who's coming in as soon as Jurgen's finished, and they're now training at 5. And as Jane will inform you, and UEFA will inform you, at the moment it's 8:30 for Maribor's press conference here at Anfield. They land at 7:45. So, but
you know that he said it already.
Yes, but I wanted to say it with Jane in the room as well. So there you go. See, there's a reason for it.
Maybe in 5 minutes again.
Anything from our Maribor guest before we go?
Mr. Klopp, after the loss against Liverpool, Maribor went and won 2 games in the home championship by 1-0. Did you maybe watch those games? Did you see some changes? Do you expect some adaptations in Maribor's performance tomorrow regarding to the first game that they introduced?
You never can be sure about lineup, but they changed lineup. Another striker. Offensive midfield was a little bit different. A few positions were a little bit different, and fortunately, I don't know the name of the second team, but one game was against Domsale, right? Yes, a very good team, and that was open game. A lot of good chances from Maribor, not chances, but they were really often in the box of Domsale, I would say, with the crosses were not good enough in this moment. So we watched these games, 100%. So I respect Maribor a lot. I respect them before the game, and why should I change it now? So that's different approach, different style of play. Probably you play different between home game, or make a difference between home and away games. That's possible, but Maribor is and will always be a football playing side. If they would change this completely, they would take away their biggest strength 100%. So I don't expect that. If we give them the opportunity, they immediately will play football. That's what they did in the first game as well. And yes, but we know that we have influence on the game as well, and that's what we always want to have. And that's the big plan, if you want. 2 different moments. They have the ball, we have the ball. We need to have a plan for both situations. And at the end, we had 2 games as well afterwards. One bad one really good one, and probably we should use the good one more for our preparation than the other one.
Is that okay for our single visitor from Maribor? Are you happy with that? Okay, good. Peter, for the final question.
Yeah, can you just have an update on Marley and Lallana, please? Because they've been missing for a while. Are they close to being back on Thursday?
Yes, it looks good. Both looking good. Sadio had this morning kind of a clearing session before he comes back to training. We have to see how he will react on this. The session was good, how I've heard, and of course will not be in the squad. He is now tomorrow more a down day when he's kind of recovering from today, and then on Thursday he should be in training. Whatever that means, we will have to see then. Adam will be part of team training then in the international break. So, and then we need to see then. But that means both of them obviously in a good way, but not the way is not good enough to involve them tomorrow or at the weekend at West Ham.